Hi, I'm Kirk.
And I'm Jenny.
And this is Chit Chat with Kirk and Jenny.
Okay, I'm going to place a bet here, Jenny. I'm going to bet that there are people out there who don't necessarily have a particular organization that they're interested in giving to, but they have maybe an issue that they care about, like, say, cancer research.
Absolutely.
But if somebody who cares about cancer research and wants to have an impact in cancer research doesn't necessarily know where the best research is happening or even how to invest in it, and give a gift that would be meaningful. So let's talk about that. What if I just care about an issue?
What if you care about an issue? Well, the great thing about that is that we have our eyes and ears in the community, and we know who is doing the good research. We know who is making the biggest impact on things. And to be honest, it changes from year to year. It's not the same organization every single time. So with creating what we call a field of interest fund, so supporting something that is important to you, but it's not narrowed down to one particular organization. It is, just as it's called, a field of interest. So if you're interested in cancer research, if you're interested in environmental issues, you can narrow down your giving to a particular area without narrowing it so far that it's to a particular organization, thereby allowing your philanthropy to be at the cutting edge of that particular issue.
So Jenny, what you just said makes me think of something that's really important to bring out here for everybody who's watching. The fact that you're not alone, you're not giving by yourself, right?
Exactly.
Like, because I've heard people come into the foundation and say, well, I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, how is my small, multiple $1,000 gift going to have an impact on an issue or an organization? But the reality is, it's not just them, especially with field of interest. They're paired up with other people,
Exactly.
and other fund holders, other donors who have the same issue that they care about. Is that how many times have you seen that happen?
It happens all the time. So it's not just your gift. It's not even just one gift one time to one purpose. It is multiple gifts from multiple people making an impact collectively, pushing that needle just a bit forward every single time. And instead of your gift going in to support just a little bit, it is part of a movement to affect real change on that particular issue.
So if my fund isn't a gigantic fund, a relatively small fund, maybe puts out a grant of $10,000 a year to support a particular issue. There are other fund holders who have funds in varying sizes that are also putting out, awarding grants from their funds, in all different sizes. So you could have 250, 300, that you could have a huge investment towards solving a particular issue in the community when you put these philanthropists together. It really is, it's amplification of the impact.
Yeah, stacking your philanthropy with others makes it an even bigger impact than what your single impact would be, which is really a collective thing. As a citizen of Broward County, as a citizen of the world, isn't that really what we want to do? We want to work together. One person can't fix it on their own.
So when it comes to, just say, cancer research, for example, are there any examples of people out there or people that you've worked with who have focused on that particular area? And how did that all come together? How does it work?
So I've worked with a couple that they have had cancer in their lives, and it is a very important issue to them, obviously, as it is to a lot of other people in the world right now. So they are able to target their money, their assets, after their estate matures. They're able to make a large gift to cancer research. They've specified the kind of research that they're thinking of, but they've given us a lot of flexibility to be able to address whatever current needs there are. And wouldn't it be wonderful if at some point cancer were cured? If all of this great work, the whole point of this is to really eliminate cancer. So their fund has a clause in it that if for some reason cancer is eliminated, what kind of medical research they want their assets to support at that point. Because just because cancer is cured doesn't mean that their philanthropy needs to end.
So what happens? Does the money just doesn't sit in an account?
No, because the whole point of partnering with the community foundation is to get your assets out in the community, keep on making your impact. By working with us, working with this couple, I've been able to help them shape what the goal is to cure cancer. And once cancer is cured, because they're very hopeful that it will be as part of their philanthropic plan, then they want it to go to support other kinds of medical research.
The example that I've heard used is polio, right? So let's say that years ago, somebody set up a fund to tackle polio. And guess what? Polio is cured.
Yes.
It's no more. You know, you don't need those grants going to polio organizations anymore.
Correct.
Who makes the decision? What happens next?
So at that point, we would use what we call variance power. I know it sounds like a term that's a little bit more technical, but it allows the foundation to deploy your resources if that issue no longer exists, if polio doesn't exist, if cancer doesn't exist. It still creates an opportunity for your resources to go out into the community, which is really the whole point of partnering with us in the first place.